Are you ready?
Hey guys, how we doing? So I'm just going to do a brief predictions and just overview of what's going to be going down this Saturday for WWE Backlash 2025, which will be on Peacock at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, or if you are internationally, it will be on Netflix. The first match we have is Penta versus Dominic Mysterio, Dirty Dom. I feel this match is going to be a banger. I do feel there's two possibilities of going in my eye. First, Dom possibly losing it, but I don't think he's going to lose the belt. I see Finn Balor getting him disqualified, or maybe possibly finally turning on him. I could see that happening, but him not costing Dom the title because he's going to be the one that says, you know what, in his mind, I want to take that belt from you. You screwed me out of it at WrestleMania. I want to be the one to take it from you. That's one possibility. The second possibility is Dominic beating Penta with help from Chad Gable's new persona. I can't think of his name. Something Medicano. I can't think of his name. But I could see him interfering because they have had the last couple days or last couple weeks, him and Penta kind of having a back and forth, and you just saw last week as well on Raw. And I could see that setting something up with Chad Gable's new character, Dominic Mysterio, versus Penta and Ray Phoenix. Because Ray Phoenix had something at WrestleMania with Chad Gable's new character. That's a possibility. But it's going to be a bar burner of a match. It's definitely. I wasn't a fan of Penta. I didn't know his work prior to WWE. I don't really watch AEW, and that's just a fact. I'll watch the highlights, but that's only because I still like to follow some of the guys that were in WWE. The second match, we have the Fatal Four Way for the US belt. We got Jacob Fatu, LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, and finally we have, I call him the Ghetto Scott Hall. We got Damian Priest. This is going to go 195% Jacob Fatu's way. He is not losing this match. He's winning this match clean. There might be some interference, maybe by Solo, which is slowly starting to set up that friction that they're teasing it here and there. It's going to set that up. And to be honest, Jacob Fatu, I give it another year. He's going to be one of the top baby faces in the WWE. He's going to be bigger than Jey Uso in another year. If they keep booking him the way they're booking him, he will be bigger than Jey Uso. The next match, and I was so happy for this one after Raw. I was so looking forward to this. That promo that they cut in that brawl, it kind of solidified it for me. And I'm not a big women's wrestling fan unless we talk in NXT, because that's not totally different. But when it comes to the women's IC belt, we have Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch. I don't see Becky winning this. I see Becky helping to push the IC belt and also help elevate Lyra because she's an up and coming, a young talent. I could see that happening, but I also could see a possibility. Just hear me out on this. A possibility of Becky winning the IC belt. Okay, for one reason. If she wins that IC belt, she only needs the United States Championship to be like a super Grand Slam champion. She's won the women's championship. She's won the tag. She's won the NXT titles, Women's Championship. That is the only two belts she needs. So that's why I'm putting like a little hashtag on that one because it's a possibility. The next match, we got Gunther versus my boy, Pat McAfee. I actually know Pat McAfee personally through a friend of mine who he actually played on the Colts with. Pat McAfee is the funniest and he is hilarious on commentary. I love Pat McAfee on commentary. But I don't see this actually being a match at all. This is what I mean by that. Not the fact that Gunther is just going to kill him. No. What I see happening, and I'm going to kind of bring you guys back a little bit. I think it was Elimination Chamber or Bad Blood. I can't recall which one. But we had, actually, I think it was Bad Blood. Gunther and Goldberg kind of had a little interaction. What I see happening is Gunther attacking Pat McAfee in the back before the match. Pat McAfee cannot make it to the ring. Gunther's waiting in the ring for Pat because he's going to play it off like he didn't do it. Then you hear Goldberg's music. And then that's Goldberg's final match that he wanted. And he said he wants it against Gunther after what happened at Bad Blood. I could see that happening. Or if they don't do that, like I said, if they don't, Gunther's just it's not even gonna be close. He's gonna choke Pat out. And I love Pat. He's like I said, he's hilarious. My buddy played on the Colts with him, so he's definitely a funny guy from his podcast and also from Monday Night Raw, and he makes Michael Cole to me. It used to be for me Jerry Lawler and Jr. But Michael Cole and Pat McAfee are giving them a run for their money for me. All right, and then the last match is going to be John Cena versus Randy Kyle Orton, Mr. Legend Killer himself. When it comes to this match, Cena will win by it's going to be interference, but is it going to be a clean pin interference or are they just going to call it DQ? And you all know who's going to interfere. That's stinking Travis Scott. And I could see that happening to set something up. They have been talking about it, but with Cody, I could see a possibility of replacing Cody and adding in Randy Orton next pay per view or even maybe SummerSlam. Like I said, that's a little ways down the road, but Randy Orton and Bad Bunny versus Travis Scott and John Cena. If not, they might still stick with the plans and when Cody's ready to come back, do Cody and Bad Bunny versus Cena and Scott. But I will say this, I know us as wrestling fans, we want to see Travis Scott get his butt kicked. After what he did at Elimination Chamber with that stiff punch, and everybody knows wrestling, we all know it's for the most part, it's a work. You know, by work, I mean everything's choreographed. It's not fake. It's a choreograph. Okay. If anybody tells you, "Oh, it's fake," it might be fake, but I bet you tell that same person jump off a 20-foot ladder and see if it doesn't hurt. It's gonna hurt. So, but I think, to be honest, the card is not that great. The only match I am actually really looking forward to is actually that Fatal 4-Way. And I could see that being the show-stopping match. That's my number one. My number two is probably going to be that women's championship match. And then finally, just because I don't feel like the match is going to be good, it's going to be interference between it. It's that John Cena and Orton match. But that's what I think is going to happen. Um, but we'll definitely find out. But I just kind of want to go on a little Travis Scott rant here for a minute. Um, he needs to get his ass kicked. Us as wrestling fans, we did not want to see what happened at WrestleMania or at Elimination Chamber. We want to see him get his butt kicked, and I hope it happens pretty soon. And a lot of people, and I don't understand wrestling fans um, in this regards, they want to see Travis Scott get his ass whooped, but you guys are going to spend $1,200 on a Cactus Jack Travis Scott merch WWE shop for a replica belt. Like people got money like that. That's great. Spend $1,200 on a freaking championship belt. Two championship belts I got in my back. $100. Facebook Marketplace. And I was lucky enough to get one of them signed by, for me, the greatest of all times, the GOAT, as you can see, Mr. Shawn Michaels. And hopefully one day I would have the opportunity to meet Stone Cold or get Stone Cold autograph the other one. One day. Hopefully before I'm 6 feet under, right? Like Undertaker used to say. But I want to see Travis Scott get his butt kicked. I will even, and I'm not a Logan Paul fan, I would even pay to see Logan Paul beat him up. Like that punch that Logan Paul gave Jey Uso, why can't that be Travis Scott? Like, but that's my predictions for Backlash this Saturday. I will probably do a post WWE Backlash to kind of do my thoughts on each match. I'll break it down, see how it's gonna go, and then we'll go from there. But guys, thank you. Like I said, kind of bang out these videos. Like I said, they're not the best videos. I'm just starting this. We're gonna see how it goes, and hope you guys are on for a ride. Like I said, um, we're gonna be doing NBA playoffs. As you see, I did a couple videos for NBA. We're gonna do WWE mainly wrestling, WWE, maybe a little AEW. Like I said, I don't really pertain AEW, but anything that I can find out in regards to breaking news. Like we just had some W releases that happened last week for some superstars, which I wasn't 100% sure, but definitely see. And then I am definitely going to do a video on July 1st when it comes to NBA free agency because we got a lot of moving parts that are going to be happening, and some of these players are going to be moving or on the Boston Celtics currently. And look out for that. That will be happening probably near the end of the year, right after the finals. I'll do maybe my predictions of possible trades that might happen, but that's going to be on basketball. This is WWE. We're going to try to keep it a little bit separated on each video here. But at the end of the day, I want to say thank you. And lastly, if you got a problem with the I'm sorry, I'm in customer service. I say it all the time. Like I said, it's a habit I'm trying to break. I can't break it. Been doing customer service for way too long. All right. So if you got an issue with it, hit that dislike. All right. Peace. I'll see you guys on the next one.